Welcome back, Scrolling Sword. I'm going to be in Psalm 28 today because it sits right in the middle of a crisis. David has been pleading for God to hear him, worried that silence from heaven would mean like being swept away with the wicked. Then, without any report of changed circumstances, the psalm turns. Verses 6 through 9 of 28 mark that turn. And what's striking is not what actually happens around David, but what happens on the inside of him. In this passage, it teaches us how prayer reshapes reality before it reshapes any kind of outcomes, and how personal faith naturally expands into corporate responsibility. Psalm 28:6 opens with thanksgiving, not because deliverance has arrived, but because David believes he has been heard. And this is the theological hinge of the psalm. Being heard by God is treated as an act of divine presence, not merely a step toward future help. And David calls the Lord his strength and his shield, locating security not in resolution, but in relationship. Faith here does not deny danger. It redefines what safety actually is. And at this point, the psalm shifts outward. David moves from my heart trusts to save your people. And this isn't a new prayer topic. It is the maturation of the same prayer. As the anointed king, David's confidence cannot remain private. His role is a mediation role. And the one who is heard becomes responsible to actually intercede. And this is where the Psalm's covenant theology becomes so clear, crystal clear. Like Israel is called God's inheritance, a possession not because of merit, but because of promise. And David asks God to shepherd and carry them forever, invoking a lot of pastoral imagery that assumes weakness, dependence, and honestly, ongoing need. And God does not merely rescue, he bears the weight. And the language anticipates later messianic theology where Christ, the ultimate anointed king, moves from personal suffering to a corporate salvation and carries his people through death itself. A helpful real-world picture is like a group text thread during a crisis. Like one person sends a message asking for help, and when the response comes back, even before anything changes, the tone of the conversation shifts. Like relief spreads, others chime in, needs broaden. The moment someone knows they're not alone, that the whole group starts moving differently. And that's what happens here. David knows God has heard him, and suddenly the whole nation is in view. Prayer is not only about changing circumstances, it's about confirming the presence of God. And when God is known to be near, faith expands beyond the self and takes responsibility for more than the self, for others. Psalm 28 challenges the idea that prayer is only successful when outcomes shift quickly. Sometimes the deepest answer to prayer is the restoration of confidence in God's nearness. And when that happens, faith naturally turns outward. Mature trust always produces deep intercession. And if your prayer life never moves beyond your own needs, Psalm 28 invites you to keep praying until it does. So keep on praying until you're praying for more than just yourself. Love y'all. See you in the discussion room.